Hey guys, welcome to another one of our videos. I'm the Worm, this is the Proton. Today we're doing another juice review of which we did receive free of charge. Will not affect our review in any way, shape or form. We've received these from John at e-smokeless.co.uk. You can alternatively use e-smokeless.net if you're on a mobile device or iPad or any kind of tablet.
Indubitably. Today we are doing Rainbow flavour from e-smokeless.co.uk. It is a tobacco flavour. We've got it in 3 different strengths, just to check the consistency throughout the nicotine strengths. What are we going to do first?
I don't know. I thought Rainbow was meant to taste like Skittles.
Taste the rainbow. It is what it is. This is just what the juice is called. But it is a tobacco flavoured liquid from e-smokeless.
I'm assuming Rainbow because it's obviously a blend.
Well, you'd imagine so. What we're going to do? Start on 12?
Yeah, we've got obviously the colour coded bottles, guys.
12, 18 is your orange, and then 20. That's wrong. 18 is your orange, and 24 is yellow.
You read that right the first time?
No, I didn't.
You said 18 is your orange, and then no, 18 is your orange.
Pointed at the yellow.
Oh.
Anyway, right. Basically, we're going to start with the 12. Whilst Mum does that, I'm going to do a bit of flapping.
Do a bit of flapperoo.
Indeed. As always, guys, tactile labels on these as well as chip compliant labels, which is always good. Got your relevant health and safety information, and obviously going to make sure you're not using them as eyedroppers because you've got your little label to fill. They have got little needle nose tips as well, which I love. I do love these needle nose tips. There's never a better time to have a needle nose tip. The amount of times that I use a normal bottle, I wish I had a needle. Not a problem with these. So that is always good stuff. Price on these is $4.50 for 15ml or $5.99 for 30ml, delivered for £1, which is bang on. You really can't argue with them prices. They are wicked prices and always a good service. You pretty much have your juice next day. No, not yet. So can't argue with that at all. And your service is pretty much next day. You can always get some delivers out straight away, pretty much. So lovely stuff.
Well, John, thanks for sending down another tobacco. This one's actually quite nice. I've got to say, I was dubious because it smelled like any other tobacco, and it does smell like any other tobacco, to me anyway. But that being said, it doesn't taste too bad. It's got, I don't know what it is, but it's got a sweetness behind it that makes it quite nice. It's not actually that bad. I mean, if you've watched our juice reviews, and I know obviously you do, John, I hate tobaccos with a passion. I hate them. But this one, it's not too bad. It's not too bad in 12. I actually quite like that in the 12. It's actually quite nice. Quite nice. I do want to point out quickly before Mr. Proton jumps in here, no throat hit for me, none at all.
As always. I'll jump straight on the throat hit bandwagon. 1 out of 10, it's a very small throat hit. If you use the 12s, it's probably going to be your sort of standard 12 throat hit, to be honest with you. The flavour is for a tobacco quite sweet. It's not stupidly sweet like you'd expect from a fruit or anything like that, but it is quite a sweet tobacco flavour. It's almost, I'd say it's sweeter than an RY4, and we've tried a few. So the tobacco itself is a sort of mildish style tobacco, something like a light cigarette I would say, but it's actually got quite a nice sort of very undertone nuttiness and then quite sweet. It's quite nice actually, really quite like that. I'm going to move on to the 18. Yes, so I'm going to move on to the 18 A7K100. Yeah, just have a little babe. What's your mess of that?
Yeah, I do just want to point out, I don't know what it is on this flavour because obviously you went into it. Just quickly, I wasn't getting this nuttiness from it. I really wasn't. But
it's not like I can taste a nut, but it's kind of like nutty-esque taste. It's hard to explain.
I was just getting a sweetness from it, and you don't get that from many tobaccos. Not even the like the RY4s we've actually tried. It's actually I'd say it's more than twice as sweet than the RY4 we tried previously, and it's actually really good. I'm shockingly surprised.
Shockingly surprised. That's the 18. I'm getting a bit more of a throat off that. That's like a 3 out of 10 for me. Flavour itself is the same. It doesn't taste quite as sweet in the 18, but the flavour of the tobacco or the rainbow is still a mild kind of tobacco flavour, but it's definitely quite a light one, and it's definitely got that kind of undertone sweetness. Even in the 18, where we'd usually expect kind of them back flavours to drop off slightly because of the nicotine, it's still quite a sweet vape. I can feel it on my tongue a little bit more as the nicotine strength. Again, though, we don't typically vape as high as 18s on a day to day. We're more of a 12 kind of vapors. It's actually bang on the same flavour, just a slightly different take because of the increased nicotine strength, which is what you want.
I've got to agree with that quite a lot actually. It's, the sweetness has dropped off slightly. That's probably due to the nicotine strength. I mean, what did you get on throat hit?
Sorry guys. I got like 3 for that. It wasn't a massive one, it was a little bit, but not...
I'm getting 0 still.
He has issues, real issues.
I really don't know. I mean, maybe I need to go and see like
a doctor,
throat doctor or something, and see what's going on there. But I'm getting no throat hit off of this. I can definitely feel the nicotine on my tongue, definitely in this one. I mean, the other one, I think it was more of the tobacco taste I was getting, which kind of was reminiscent of like the nicotine taste you get from cigarettes. So that's where I kind of got a little bit of taste from nicotine on that one, because it was more of a tobacco taste. But this is definitely more of a nicotine taste on my tongue, slight undertone of tobacco, then the sweetness does come through. But it's just a little bit less of the sweetness. So, but I think I actually prefer that to the 12, because it's not as sweet, which is weird.
It is weird, because he doesn't like lowers and he doesn't like high strength. So, left wing.
Give it to me, John.
Left wing with that one. Proper. What we should say though is, guys, that when we talk about the nicotine strength sort of going up and our flavour dropping off whatever else, if you're vaping 18s, if you're vaping 24s, if you're vaping 6s, 12s, you'll be used to that kind of vape. So if you're vaping an 18, you won't notice that nicotine strength going up, affecting the flavour take differently. You will just know straight away that that's the same flavour if you tried the 12, because we don't vape them all day long. It's more of a culture shock, if you like, to our mouths.
Yeah.
So it was...
probably why we taste it a lot on our tongue than we can anything else.
24 milligram strength on a quick vapor this time.
Yeah, what's that? The M6, basically the A7 Zeus kind of similar thingy. I don't know what core is on, it's probably about 0.8-ish.
0.8 to an ohm, I imagine.
Yeah, it's running actually on a full battery because we just changed them before we started doing these reviews. So, yeah, I'm still swinging on this one. It's just good.
Yeah, for me, the throat hit's about the same actually as the 18. It hasn't actually increased for me. And seeing as Worm is getting no throat hit at all, I imagine it ain't going to through me. But the flavour again, the same. Just the nicotine obviously slightly changes it for us. But the ground flavour there is exactly the same. It's just basically I can feel it slightly more on my tongue, slightly more on my throat, because I'm not used to this strength. Basically, but it's still the same. It's not quite as sweet for me again in the 24, but it's still a sweet, mild tobacco. It's quite a pleasant vape. I wouldn't say this is a drinking vape for me, because it wouldn't. I don't think it'd hit hard enough, which is weird because most tobaccos would be my drinking vape. When I have a drink, I will have a tobacco vape because they hit quite hard and they taste like a cigarette does. This one definitely tastes like a mild cigarette. It's just slightly sweeter. It's actually very pleasant.
Yeah, this is definitely a little bit more closer to like the tobaccos that I'm used to, sort of thing. It's obviously probably because of the high strength of nicotine that I'm not used to, which is it's actually tickling my nose a little bit. Kind of makes me want to sneeze. You know?
That's breathe out of the nose, yeah.
It's just kind of seems to sit on my nose a little bit. This one, the other one's none at all. I mean, throw it on this one. I don't know. Sorry. I'm strange. Whatever. But yeah, the flavour is exactly the same, except for obviously high nicotine, a little bit less sweetness again on this one. But I'm definitely getting a bit more tobacco through on this one. So. But that's probably to do with the nicotine strength making me think that there's more than like a placebo effect than anything else. So, big loads.
You got to bear in mind though, guys, juice reviews totally subjective. All we're trying to do is tell you what the juice tastes like. So it tastes like a mild cigarette of something. I mean, if I was going to say a cigarette in the UK, the closest I could think would be something like a Silk Cut
or a Mayfair.
Or I don't even think a Mayfair Light Cut. I think a Mayfair Light would be stronger than that is. It's a very, very mild tobacco taste with a nice sweetness behind it.
I think it's a sweetness that is just kind of. It's hard to pinpoint anything on it because no cigarette you really get like a sweetness off of. It's. I don't know how many people have tried them out there, but like flavoured cigars, you get like a sweetness off of them. It's kind of that sweetness onto this, but no kind of like fruit sweetness in there. It's just a sweetness of general proportions.
In general proportions.
Who knows?
Who knows? We do 2 out of 10s. One for what we think it's supposed to taste like based on the name, and then obviously our personal perception of the flavour. So I'm going to let you shoot first. Does it taste like rainbows?
Yes. It tastes like rainbows are sweet. This is definitely a sweet juice. So I don't know. No, does it taste like tobacco? Yes. Yes, it does. It is a tobacco vape. You can. There's no hands down. It is tobacco is there, but it's also got a sweetness on it, which I'm assuming which is why it's being called a rainbow, for that specific reason. I don't know why. No one knows what rainbows taste like. I mean, if you ever try to chase one, you're never going to get it. Although I wonder. No, don't worry. God. Random. But yes, tobacco. Yes, sweetness. Very nice. What's it meant to taste like? 10.
It's in the tobacco range as well. Does it taste like a tobacco? Yes, it tastes like a mild tobacco. So if you're after a mild sort of pleasant tobacco, this is probably going to be a lovely one for you. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 10 for a tobacco liquid. It does taste like a tobacco. We can't really say whether it tastes like a rainbow or not because we haven't tasted one. So yeah, for what you personally...
Don't fall off your chair, John. 10. I'm sorry, but this one is a 10. I hate tobaccos, but this is really nice in all strengths. I don't think I would vape the 24 just because it is probably going to hit me after I finish this video and I'm going to go ooh through overdose of nicotine, but the 12 and the 18, definitely.
There you go. For me, personally, as someone who doesn't vape tobaccos, that 12, I could vape that all day without even blinking. I could vape that all day. The 18s and the 24 I could do all day if I was an 18 and 24 vapor, but I'm not typically, so I wouldn't do them all day. But yeah, that flavour is very, very nice actually. We kind of surprised because we smelt it, and as Worm said, it does smell like sort of a standard tobacco, and they all do have a similar smell to them no matter what red liquid it is. But yeah, no, it's a very nice tobacco flavour liquid. We definitely recommend you give this one a try. I know that John's expanding range. This is one of the new range, as was the bubble gum that we did before. And I know he's expanding his nicotine strength. If you've got a required nicotine strength, I'm sure if you message John, if it's not available, he'll let you know as to if and when it will become available. And obviously it helps him out knowing that people want them certain nicotine strengths if you do choose to vape that strength anyway. So feel free to drop John a message. I know that he's always on his Facebook and that, so I'm sure he'll answer any questions that you have there if you wanted to pop on and ask them.
Just be aware, guys, that he's running a business, so give it more than like 5 minutes for a reply. He's trying to dish out to everybody who wants these juices because they are spectacular juices, as you say, and obviously there are really good deals over there. So just give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably is working when you're doing them 9 till 5, and give him a chance to reply. Don't just bombard him with 12 emails straight one after the other. Where's my reply? Give him 5 seconds, yeah.
5 seconds. But yeah, no, wicked service from e-smokeless, wicked prices, wicked bloke. We can't really say much more than that, and that is a wicked juice. So if you're after this kind of juice, definitely go for it.
I did want to point out quickly this. He did write this in his little note that he sent to us. Obviously, we said in the previous video that he's doing 6mg strengths. That is in its own little category called low strength range. So just go over there. You look for the low strength, and it will be all there. We use 6mg strengths, flavours in there. So
yep, go for it. Makes it nice and easy to find them if that's what you choose to vape.
Yeah.
Indubitably with this stuff. I think we're pretty much done for there. I thought I had something, but it's just gone. So no doubt I'll remember it as soon as we stop recording. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Mr. Proton. This has been the Worm. Hopefully we're helpful. See you soon.
See you soon.